Right, coming to the point, the important questions of C and C++. So the first unit, coming to first unit, history of C language, the basic structure of C language, the basic structure of C language. The third one is the flowchart and algorithm, and fourth one is the write about scope and lifetime of variables. Right. Next, fifth one, the write the data types. Write the data types and describe about the data types. Write about operators. These six are the first unit important questions. So coming to second unit, so first one, in the second unit, the main important one is the control statements. First important is the control statements. In that control statements can be classified into how many types? Control statements can be classified into three types. One is sequential or conditional, and then next one is the looping statements. And third one is the jumping statement. Coming into sequential or conditional statements having how many types? Four types: if else, if nested if. Okay, and coming to looping, for, while and do while. These three are important. Coming to jumping, so the write about, switch, break, continue. So these three are important in control statement. The second unit is totally based on control statements. The control statements can be classified into three types, that is the conditional statements or sequential, and next one is the second one is the looping statements or iteration statements. Next to third one is the jumping statements. These are the unit 2 important questions. So the next one, coming to third unit, functions, arrays and strings. The topics are having in unit 3 functions, arrays and strings. So in that, first one is the describe about the functions. How many types of functions? So how many types of functions? Two types. One is built-in functions and another one is user-defined functions. Coming to second one, write about built-in functions, give an example. What are the built-in functions? Built-in functions are mathematical functions, string functions, and reading and writing functions are built-in functions. Coming to the third one, write about element. Write about what are the having the elements in the present of user-defined function. So how to define the user-defined functions? To use what are the elements having inside of the user-defined function. The first one is the function prototype, and the second one is function header, and third one is function body, fourth one is function calling. These four elements having to use to develop the user defined functions. So the next one is the call by value and call by reference and recursion. The fourth question is call by value, call by reference and recursion functions. Then next one is the write about introduction about the arrays and types. So how many types of arrays? Two types of arrays. One is the one dimensional and another one is multi-dimensional arrays. So next one is the describe about one dimensional arrays and give an example of that. So where I write about the introduction about the one dimensional array as well as and write the one example of that. The next one is the describe the string functions and types of string function. What are having the string functions? String copy, string reverse, string upper, string lower and string length. These are the string functions. So the next one is the pointers. That one is the fourth unit, structures, pointers, structures and unions. So give an brief discussion about the pointers and how to define the pointer. So that one is the question of fourth unit. So the next, write about features of structure and write a program of that. Write about features of structure and write a program of structure. The next one is the write difference between union and structures. Write about union. What about difference between union and structure? Next one is the write about enum data types and write a program. Enum data type and write the program. That one is the fourth unit. So the next one is the last one is the unit fifth. So coming to fifth unit, first one is the concepts of OOPs. The concepts of OOPs. The next one is the write about storage classes. Write about storage classes. How many types of storage classes? Having a 4 types: auto, static, external and register. So write about the 4 types of storage classes and write about the encapsulation and abstraction and inheritance. Short notes on encapsulation and abstraction and inheritance. So coming to next fourth question. Write about classes and how to define the class. Give the example. Write about class. Class is also nothing but a structure. Class is also nothing but a structure. The next fifth question is write the member functions inside of a class. How to define that? Write about the member functions inside of a class. Member functions inside of a class and how to define that. These are the important questions in C and C.